Holmes, are you really sure you want to wear that?
This? Everyone dresses like this at the club.
That should be a sight worth seeing. I only hope our charming neighbor won't spot you like that.
こんばんは、アクセント、逆三角、アクセントの。いらっしゃい。P アクセントすべてのアクセント P。私も明日からやる予定です。
I play many outdoor sports. That's the key to my success. My friend Dr. Watson has decided to join me. Really?
ちょびっと予習させてもらおう。わら。
A rare stone Mayan quiche calendar.
Mayan quiche?
Indeed. Their legendary king, Tekun Uman, has his statue just behind you. Although this one is a cast metal copy.
That? Oh.
Well, since only members may enter the clubhouse, we have exhibited the calendar outside. Please explore.
割と不親切なので最初かもしれません。わら。
The statue of Tekun Uman.
マジですかが、頑張ります。
It's a great final. Did you see the first prize?
Ah, Mr. Holmes. Are you ready to begin the final game?
Yes. Let's start the final.
マジなんなのその適応力、わら。天才かよ。のかわいい笑ってる。やりたい、シャーロック・ホームズとなんか違う。わらわら。 ームズは英国紳士の社交界体験芸だった。わら。あながちそうかもしれない、わら。求む、謎解き。こんばんは。1章は始まって1分で依頼が来たんだけど、2章でこうなるとは思いもしなかった。こんばんは。
Congratulations on your game, Mr. Holmes. Exceptional. The awards ceremony will be tomorrow morning. See you then to receive your prize of the calendar. I trust you will be there as well, Dr. Watson?
Unfortunately, I'll be unable to attend tomorrow. Duty calls.
Ah, what a pity.
Let's go home.
FF ではいろいろお世話になってますよ。
Hello, Mr. Bouvier.
ご利用ありがとうございます。
Well, Caitlin?
Your costume!
Oh, don't you like it?
Oh, I do!
Caitlin, come on. Show some respect for your father.
おうやっと推理者らしくなった。わら。すごく唐突に始まった。
You know, Father, Miss Alice was telling me all about her travels. She has already toured the world with her own father.
Your daughter is exquisite.
And just to think that she was aboard the Orient Express when it was attacked. What a dream.
Indeed.
She's so creative and imaginative. And that reminds me,
さっ
would
き
you
の
allow
ミニゲーム
Caitlin
が
to
どこで
visit
響
me
いてく
so
る
that
の
she
か
can。practice playing the piano?
選択肢が否定しかないのだが。
What a poor choice of instruments. I hate the piano. I'd rather her not.
Oh, Father, why did you say that?
Caitlin, we are neighbours. We'll meet again. Until then, I shall leave you with this book.
Thank you, Miss Alice.
断固たる意志が。スキンヘッド一度。コルは PS4 です快能。一角。髪型変えられるの。ハゲー。PS4 で、今月のプスプラスフリープレイソフトです。シャーロックのイメージがどんどん崩れていく。わら。ウッド。そうなんですか。お返事ありがとです。ハゲー。僕の思ってるホームズと違う。
The statue did it. It killed Zacharias.
Calm yourself now, Sir Charles. You've had
な
a
んかワ
shock.
トソンから
Let
が
the。police do their duty.
What can a mere inspector like you do about it? You don't know anything.
A mere inspector? Phew. And now here comes Mr. Holmes.
Lestrade, are you here to receive a prize as well?
Very amusing, Holmes. You can go home. The ceremony's been cancelled. We've got a murder scene here.
Really? And to think I only came here for my prize.
I know, Holmes. I saw your name on the list of finalists. So go away.
You're not going to congratulate me?
What? Do you really think I'm that naive? You turning up out of the blue and then bam, a murder? There's a surprise.
Oh, you're making a spectacle of yourself, Lestrade. Let's just pretend that I'm a simple consultant, your humble assistant.
Oh, all right then. A club
これ
member,
むし
Mr.
ろマイクロ
Zacharias
フトのイメー
Greystoke,
ジ。
was
わ
killed
ら。
at around 4 in the morning. There. Now, don't mess around.
I promise that I won't, Inspector.
お
What do you
兄
make
ちゃ
of
ん
the。facts?
It's quite clear. The murderer intended to steal the Mayan calendar. He was caught by Zacharias Greystoke. He then took up the first weapon that came to hand, the statue's spear, and killed Greystoke. Then he fled, just as Sir Charles was coming out of the club.
ホー
Unfortunately,
ムズ
we've
は
been
謎の
unable
東
to
洋武
find
術
any
馬術の
trail
達
beyond
人
the
だから
club's
ムキム
wall.
キマッ
It's
チョ
as
だ
if
し
the
当然
murderer
ハゲだよ。
vanished into thin air. Take a look for yourself.
わら。そうだったのか。映画のシャーロック・ホームズではバリバリ格闘してましたもんね。
Pieces from the pedestal. A piece of the statue's mounting rod. Pieces from the pedestal. Traces of metal on stone. The iron mounting rod is broken. The surface is damaged. Traces of metal on stone. It looks like the statue broke away from its pedestal. The case is scratched and dented. The case is scratched and dented. Tissot watch, Swiss, 1855. This watch is valuable and old. It's been through a great deal. Zacharias' folder with some documents. These
馬
drawings
術の
represent
達
the
人
Mayan
って
symbols.
設定はガチです。ハゲかどうかは知らんけど。
Dry leaves. They make a noise. Zacharias probably walked across them.
マジか。
Money was left inside the wallet. This spear came from the statue on the pedestal. All valuables were left on the victim. The strike was powerful and well aimed.
Can I help you,
馬
Mr.
術っ
Holmes?
て日本の護身術なのか。
Sir Charles, are you able to tell me in detail what happened?
Ah, Mr. Holmes. Well, to prepare for the awards ceremony, I decided to spend the night. I was sitting alone at my desk when I suddenly heard a loud, metallic sound and a terrible shout. I hurried outside and I found the body of Zacharias. And I swear it, I saw the statue of Tekun Uman running away.
You saw the statue running?
It was dark, but yes, I'm sure of it. It was running, and it was making the most horrible metal sound as it did so. And can't you see, the pedestal is now empty.
Did you know the victim?
Yes, of course. It was Zacharias Greystoke. He is... was a club member and an excellent bowler.
But why was he here so early in the morning?
Oh, I don't know.
Sir Charles, where did the Mayan calendar come from?
It was donated anonymously. We received it shortly before the tournament, with a letter asking that it be awarded to the winner.
Is the calendar valuable?
Not really. It has historical value, of course, but to be truthful with you, Mr. Holmes, it isn't worth very much.
May I go in the clubhouse?
It's members only. I cannot authorize anyone unless that person has a written warrant from the police.
Can I help you, Mr. Holmes? Can I help you, Mr. Holmes?
捜査キャラがスキンヘッドだと自分で FF14 やってる気分になる。
Right, so they were thieves, and they were very well
Voilà.
equipped?
Yes, must have been.
Voilà.
Then there's also Sir Charles's version, but
Please, go on.
he said this morning that he was alone at his desk when he heard a shout. He went outside and saw Greystoke lying on the ground, and believe it or not, he said that there was no one else on the green that night but the statue itself running away.
You mean that the statue might have killed the victim? Interesting.
Absurd, more like. Besides, it was dark and foggy.
So, somewhat like your
焼
version.
酎さんが主人公に見えてきた。
Did you search the clubhouse?
What for? The murder took place outside.
白塗りにしたい衝動。
What did the police say? Do you know anything?
あひゃひゃひゃひゃひゃひゃ。シャーロックかと思ったら妖精だった。
The great tournament of the London Archaeological Institute's bowling club.
推理の妖精。 やばい、かっちょいい。
If I believed Lestrade, this Mayan calendar was the reason behind the murder. Only club members have access.
You're still here?
I need to finish here first. Traces of metal on stone. Zacharias' folder with some documents. These drawings represent the Mayan symbols. These drawings...
どうしたら進行するのかわからなくなる部分が不親切感、わら。
A murder at my club. What a disaster for our reputation.
I need to finish here first.
You're still here?
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
The statue of Takunu Man. I need to finish here first.
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
If I believed Lestrade, this Mayan calendar was the reason behind the murder.
総当たりするしかないんですね。そうなんす。
Can I help you, Mr. Holmes?
Scratches on the stone.
なるほど。剥げるのもわかる気がした。 手がかりに時系列順に番号をつけるのね。
No, it wasn't like that.
違った。これだけ見たら、コントだなぁ、わら。これちゃんと話聞いてないと難しいな、わら。やべ、流し読みしてたからわからん、わら。配信の録画を見直すしか終わった。便利ログがあった、わら。ログあるのです、わら。おお、便利。
It looks as if Zacharias was killed the moment he approached the calendar, and killed by the spear from Tukunuman's statue that jumped from its stand and escaped over the wall. I need to finish here first.
やり投げのコスプレイ
Your
ヤー。
conclusions as my consultant?
My conclusions are approximate to Sir Charles's testimony.
Oh dear, you think the statue did it?
Everything points to the fact that the spear was thrown from the pedestal, and
硫
Mr.
酸かも
Greystoke
しれ
appeared
ない。
not to notice the killer.
Indeed. The journalists will be ecstatic about your version.
I would like to examine the victim and take a look at his belongings.
Oh, you've amused me at least, Mr. Holmes. Very well. I'll grant you authorization for the examination at Scotland Yard, but nothing more.
教皇庁クリア後ムービーかな。前広巨さん再び。
Thank you for coming so quickly, Watson.
Bobby,
Lestrade
they will
already
find
has the
it.
victim's body in the autopsy room.
I'm always ready to help anytime, Holmes.
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
Oh, Zacharias had already translated some symbols. Money was left inside the wallet. An ordinary pencil. Tissot watch, Swiss, 1855. This spear came from the statue on the pedestal. The Mayan calendar. Here's a chance to have a closer look. Interesting. What are the symbols here? I'll need to redraw them. To translate the calendar's glyphs. They are the symbols that were drawn on the Mayan calendar. The papers from Zacharias' folder. They can help us to translate the Mayan message. don't think so. I should pay more attention to detail. No, I think I've missed something here. I don't think so. I should pay more attention to details. No, I think I've missed something here.
No.
No, I think I've missed something here. Cursed will be anyone who disturbs the sacred temple. They will meet their death by the risen statue. Only the chosen will have mercy. It's not only a calendar, it's a curse. Zacharias Greystoke, a member of the club, was killed as the curse decreed. It was a powerful throw. The spear pierced right through the body.
Red eye. It looks like a serious infection. The coroner mentions in his report some specific cardiac and digestive system damage. Traces of alcohol were found in the stomach. Apparently Zacharias had been drinking before his death. The coroner mentions in his report some...
This is where the spear entered the body. The murderer aimed for the heart. The weapon must have been thrown by a strong and skilled person. It's possible that the link between Zacharias and the curse is at the archaeological club. I'll need a search warrant. These scars are old.
We'll need to get a search warrant to investigate the club. We'll need to get a search warrant to investigate.
Aren't you supposed to be investigating those cases of yours instead of bothering me?
Good day to you too, Inspector. I have a small favour to ask of you, a search warrant to investigate the murder at the club.
No, no, and no.
「弱みにつけ込んで脅迫するこのスキル欲しい」わら。
Since I'm without the warrant, I should find something else to do. By the way, do you know if Sir Robin is currently in town?
I have no idea. And why on earth should you even think that I might know that?
Well, I believe I may have solved a case about, let's say, a salacious inspector.
No, it's not what you think. Nothing dishonourable happened. Go on then. Take your warrant.
So he refused to give you the search warrant?
Oh no, I've got it. I won't need you for a while now, Watson. I'll see you later.
I heard that Zacharias was killed by the statue's spear.
I need to get the key first.
Oh, it's horrible. Do you think the club will be closed?
Sir Charles, I have a search warrant. I would like to take a look inside the clubhouse.
I see. Here's the key, but I do protest.
50th birthday of Lord Stevenson. A message to Sir Charles from Zacharias Greystoke, the victim. Interesting. It appears that the club is unable to pay its debts to the bank. Ah, Sir Charles was once a captain in the guard. Zacharias Greystoke. I wonder who this man is. It's Sir Charles Yellingham, the director of the club. Zacharias Greystoke. I wonder who this man is. Guatemala, 1881. I don't think this is a bowls tournament. The photograph appears to have been faked or damaged. I'll take it. These antiques look quite valuable. It appears that it's a part of a gold statue from Guatemala. Solid gold. It's worth a fortune. It appears this piece has been cleanly and intentionally cut. These trunks have just arrived. They're from Zacharias Greystoke's antique collection. This metal globe is very impressive. Some bits are missing. Some bits are missing. The late Mr. Roberts' collection. Interesting. The men who own these collections are all dead. The late Mr. Sutherland's collection. The late Mr. Smith's collection. The late Mr. Blinkhorn's collection. The late Mr. Bromsby's collection. Charles Yellingham has a large family. The 50th birthday of Lord Stevenson. The 50th birthday. The 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 fifth the the fifth. Sir Charles, you informed me that you didn't know why Mr. Greystoke was here at such a time.
That's correct. I have no idea.
But in fact you do. Mr. Greystoke wrote to you about him coming with another person to visit.
Ah, well, yes, that is right. He raised a scandal about the Mayan calendar, so he wanted to see me before the ceremony. But I don't know exactly what it was that he wanted, or who this other person he mentioned might have been.
You have a fine collection at your club, with one disturbing thing in common.
Oh, all the items are from our club members.
But only from deceased members, including Mr. Greystoke.
Ah, oh, yes. But it is a rule of the club that all our members undertake to donate their personal collections to us in the event of their death.
Here it is. It appears that part has been painted over. I need to find out what's underneath. Let's gently remove the paint with a soft cloth. Aha, there's another person in the photograph.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Look here. There's a person with a swollen eye who was concealed within this photograph. A dispute of some kind, do you think, Watson?
Possibly. But it appears to me a characteristic symptom of a rare tropical disease that is found in South and Central America.
South America! Brilliant, Watson!
Happy to help.
Is it deadly?
Well, there is a chance he survived.
I shall ask Sir Charles, but who knows what he'll say.
I've an idea. There is only one hospital for such illness. The Hospital for Tropical Diseases. I have friends who work there.
Oh, yes?
Well, the chances are slim, but I'll pay them a visit. If he's in London, they would have seen him.
やめたげてよ、わら。これ以上はもう。ダウンで外出する勇気。
I found this photograph on your wall. You're in it, but do you know who these men are? Particularly the gentleman with the swollen eye.
Oh, him. But that's poor Mr. Albiot. He died from fever during an expedition to Guatemala 14 years ago. We were searching a Mayan Quiche temple, but everything went wrong. We were unable to enter the temple and the expedition ended in disaster. I'm here, and here is Zacharias. And there is Bernard Marley, another member. He's over there, near the pedestal.
By the way, he's the fellow who built that terrible statue. He created it, must have been 10 years ago.
Albeit was a club member. Where is his collection?
Well, the devil if I know. We never did locate it.
Poor Sir Charles. A crime at his club.
Mr. Bernard Marley,
thing.
I presume. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I have to ask you about an expedition to Guatemala.
Shh, not
ただ
here.
の風
It's
呂上
too
がりのおっ
dangerous.
さん。
I'll give you my card. Visit me there where we can talk.
シャム猫抱えたい。
Keaton Street. Possum Street. Cranny Street. Grub Street. Hello there, my man. Is your boss in?
Ah, he's in his office. To the door near the female statue in the corner of the workshop.
There were 2 large boxes. Fresh scratches.
Mr. Holmes, you must forgive my escape at the club. It wasn't a safe place to talk.
And it's safer here?
Yes, better here. Not my office. I have secured my foundry, you know.
Ah, reassuring. Did you know Zacharias Greystoke, the victim?
Yes, he was a brave friend. Such good karma until yesterday.
Do you recognize the unwell man in this photograph?
By Jove, albeit. Yes, that's him. The poor fellow met his end in Guatemala. He was struck down by a terrible disease.
You were friends?
Not really, but he was an active member and a courageous man. Too courageous. You can't fight against the Quiche gods.
And what of the expedition? You were seeking a Mayan temple?
Yes, the temple of Tekun Uman. Another one of Charles's stupid ideas. We found it, but there was some kind of strange force that prevented us from entering. An evil aura. It was Tekun Uman's emanation. We could all feel it. Albeit its disease worsened suddenly, there was nothing we could do. And now, with Zacharias' death, the curse has reawakened.
After 14 years?
Prophecies are timeless, even in the beyond. There is no escape.
Did Zacharias believe in the prophecy?
It is not a matter of belief, don't you understand? Zacharias was convinced that we could stop the curse by studying the calendar. What insanity! He sent me a message. He wanted us to visit the club and try to convince Charles to remove the calendar from the awards ceremony.
But you didn't go?
I knew Charles would refuse. Anyway, studying the calendar wouldn't help. Tekun Uman is far too powerful.
Your relationship with Charles Yellingham is...
not friendly. Well, it is reciprocal. You know, most of his expeditions are failures because he is too focused on his hypothetical career to be in politics.
He has political ambition.
That would be an understatement. He has ambitions for the House of Lords, and the club is his means of achieving this. It's also the reason for his disastrous management. But he still succeeds in finding money. I wonder how.
What's your opinion on Tekun Uman's statue having disappeared?
I don't know, but I have nothing to do with it. Nothing.
But in fact you do. You made the statue.
That's true. But it was 10 years ago. You can't blame me for that.
Don't you think so? After all, it is the statue that is responsible for killing.
No! It's Tekun Uman. But who could imagine that a simple statue replica would be chosen by Tekun Uman? Nobody. I have to leave you now. I've got paperwork to do. And we've spoken too much. He could hear us. Tekun Uman. Well, goodbye then.
Apparently, Marley has built multiple statues of Tekun Uman.
Sorry, I'm too busy to chat.
fresh scratches. Something large and heavy was dragged here. Horse of Pedro Alvarado. He was a conquistador, I believe.
Sorry, I'm too busy to chat.
Two large boxes. A furnace for melting metal. A drawing of Tikkun Uman. No oxidation. This metal arm has never been outside. It's not part of the bowling club statue. This mechanism is quite modern. All the gears are of good quality. Strange to find it in a foundry. Two large boxes which were inside the warehouse. They were taken to Bernard Marley's office. It's probable that the missing crates contained pieces of Tikkun Uman's statue. Marley is hiding something inside his office. I'll have to visit it, but at night, and with Watson. Caitlin Zappas Alice is playing the piano. She disobeyed me.
Well, Holmes, I was inspired to... Oh, look here. The postman has made a mistake. He's delivered a letter addressed to Miss Alice.
Oh, he mistook 221B for 221C. Give it to me, Watson. I can't help myself. I must open this letter. It would be easier to open this letter if I steam it. Let's prepare. Boil water in kettle. I need to turn on... I need to open it with something sharp. Miss Alice planned to live here because of me. I need to have a talk with her as soon as possible. Let's reseal it, as if it was never open. I need something to apply the glue. I need... That's it.
Don't stop playing, Kate. I'm going to take some air on the balcony for a few minutes.
I need to speak with Miss Alice first. She's on the balcony. How about telling me why you came here in the first place?
Mr. Holmes, why do you ask? I hardly think that I'm accountable to you.
Since you extended an invitation to my daughter against my wishes, I believe that you are.
So said the father, cloaked in all his severity. My word, you almost frightened me.
You won't say that. Very well. Ask Caitlin to come home now.
Oh, poor child, let her play. Such insouciance. So useful for covering up disturbing secrets. And since you intend to hide the truth from her...
What?
We all have our secrets.
You...
But don't worry, Mr. Holmes. Caitlin is a sensitive child, and I like her enormously.
Alice, come back in. I can do it. See? You're wonderful.
I like to think that the feeling is mutual. We wouldn't want her to know of your secrets, or for her to be unhappy. I have to go inside now.
Ah, Holmes, I entirely forgot. There's a man corresponding to the photograph who is a regular visitor at the Hospital for Tropical Diseases. His name is James Byron.
Are you sure? That's fantastic.
And we can visit him, but you should disguise yourself first. I'll introduce you as my colleague. Holmes, we have to go to the hospital.
This suit isn't appropriate for where we're going.
Dorio? Wara.怒られた。
Holmes, we have to go to the...
This suit isn't appropriate for where we're going.
なんたら、ローズさんより厳しい。焼酎さんと守さんにファッションチェックしてもらうべきだと思うの。むしろコーディネートして M。なるほど。同僚だから医者の格好かな。
Holmes, we have...
ムームーさんをファッションチェック終わった。
This should be the right place. Our man might be here.
Patients visit this department for treatment and then return home.
Oh, Dr. Watson, may I help you?
Hello, Baird. My colleague and I are here to see Mr. Byron.
Ah, Byron. Yes, he's in a bad way. You'll find him in a cubicle on the window side.
お手上げだったバックスラッシュを。
That isn't our man.
Mr. Byron?
More doctors? Please. I've just received my treatment. I need to rest a while before I leave.
We would like to ask you some questions about an expedition that took place 14 years ago.
An expedition? What expedition? You're wrong. I've never left London.
Is it not you in this photograph from Guatemala?
Guatemala? Tecuna man! Dr. Baird! Come here quickly, I don't feel well!
What on earth is going on? Please, calm down. I'm sorry, my dear colleagues, but Dr. Brunt is waiting to give Mr. Byron a private consultation. You can wait here.
What should we do next, Holmes?
Weren't you paying attention? We have to wait, but we'll take advantage of the situation. This address is almost invisible. Our man passed by a circus.
What should we do next, Holmes?
He recently purchased Chinese tobacco.
Oh, you're still here?
Obviously. We're waiting for Mr. Byron. Is he not with you?
No, the gentleman left directly after his consultation. Oh, he forgot to collect his belongings.
Holmes, it seems that Albeit has escaped.
Obviously. And he knows that we are aware of his true identity. Quickly. I know how to find him.
そろそろ寝ます。続き頑張ってください。おやすみなさい。お疲れ様です。
Thanks to the information I obtained at the hospital, I can now deduce where Albeit is hiding. We know that Albeit paid a visit to an opium den, a crowded market, and a circus. He also purchased some Chinese tobacco. Let's find a place in London where all four elements are close together. Now we need to find a street name ending in OOK. Here it is. 21D Brook Street. Watson, I believe we found Albiet's flat.
Do you hear that? Quick! We have to open this door.
The door's too strong and the lock is too solid to break with bare hands. The door's too strong and the lock is too solid to break with bare hands.
No! Please help! Please help! No! Please help!
Those curtains could block the attacker's view once they're closed. Those curtains could block the attacker's view once they're closed. Those curtains could block the attacker's view once they're closed. This table could serve as cover. This table could serve as cover. If I cut those ropes, the curtains will fall and block the attacker's view. Watson, I'll try to reach those curtains to close them. Cover me. Watson, cover me! Watson, cover me! Locked. Watson, come here. He's behind the screen. Our attacker escaped through this skylight. Our assailant escaped using this rope. Our assailant escaped using this rope. A statue was once here. Now it's missing. It appears that the missing statue may have escaped via the window in the roof.
Kill me!
Calm down. It's over now. It's gone.
You? Oh. But why are you here? You're not doctors, are you?
No. Well, you're half right. Shall we remove these masks? Your true name is Albeit, is it not? You were a member at Charles Yellingham's club.
Yes, I was.
Can you tell us what happened here?
After your visit at the hospital, I quickly returned home. I was lying there on the sofa and felt an evil presence in the room.
An evil presence?
Never mind. It's probably the fever.
Or perhaps a living statue?
Yes. It was one of the double statues. I saw its shadow. I believed that it was searching for me, that it wanted to kill me. It was horrible.
As in Zacharias' murder, the statue came to life when its intended victim appeared in front of it. I must examine your residence. It may hold some clues. Tell us about your expedition to Guatemala 14 years ago.
It was in my former life.
What really happened there? You were said to have died.
I was ill with a terrible fever. I asked them to leave me there. I can't remember how. I only have flashes of memory. But by some miracle, I survived. I left an eye and one arm behind. It took me time, but at last I managed to return to London.
Why do you use a false name?
That expedition signaled the end of my career. And now I'm weak and used.
Not for long.
Perhaps this was it. It was my curse.
You are aware of Zacharias's...
Yes, and quite
aptly.
Well, he practiced archaeology. Imagine his state of adrenaline when...
And who...
Takanu man?
There's a locked door.
All right.
This bed is very small. The interior seems well designed, but I cannot see it properly. The interior seems well designed, but I cannot see it properly. 1894. This model was created after the expedition to Guatemala. Albiot's wife and son, I presume. There's a little bed in the small...
Well, after my official death, my wife and he left...
So they...
My boy Gulliver visits occasionally.
Mr. Albiot...
How?
Aunt...
17 years ago. We stored it inside the club's globe before leaving for the expedition. While in Guatemala, I had dreams about a missing part. A pyramid. Then, when we entered the temple...
Wait a minute.
Well, yeah, but I was too weak. I was unable to... I'd failed.
You rebuilt this fine...
Nothing. But I'm done.
I heard that Zacharias was killed by the statue's spear.
Some bits are missing. Some bits are missing. Some
A murder at my club. What a disaster for our reputation.
This piece. These antiques look quite valuable. These some bits are missing.
Watson, stay alert, and you'll need to be quiet.
What should we do next, Holmes?
Horse of Pedro Alvarado. He was a conquistador, I believe. This door is securely locked. I must find another way. Something is blocking its path. Horse of Pedro Alvarado. Others might see nothing here but fence. Others might see nothing here but fence, but there is more to it than that. Others might see... Watson, I need your help. The balcony door's open.
眠気が限界なので今日はここまでで。おやすみなさいませ。